Welcome. If you love swords and samurai history, you're going to love what's coming. Today, we embark on a captivating journey into the world of Japanese swords, iconic blades that are far more than just weapons. They are symbols of a nation's history, artistry, and the enduring spirit of the samurai. The story of Japanese swords, particularly the legendary katana, is deeply interwoven with Japan's warrior culture. For centuries, these blades have been crafted with unparalleled skill, evolving through time to meet the demands of the battlefield and the ideals of their wielders. From the elegant Tachi to the iconic katana, the versatile wakizashi, and the formidable odachi, each sword tells a unique story. So, join us as we delve into the history, characteristics, and cultural significance of these magnificent creations. The dawn of an era. Evolution and craftsmanship. The journey of Japanese swordsmithing is a tale of relentless refinement, spanning centuries. While the katana is perhaps the most famous, its origins, like many Japanese blades, can be traced back to earlier styles. Imagine the Kamakura period, from the late 12th to early 14th century, a time of shifting warfare, where the need for new types of blades spurred incredible innovation. Before the katana as we know it, the tachi was the prominent sword, designed primarily for mounted warriors. But as combat evolved, so did the sword. Smiths began to craft blades optimized for different fighting styles. This wasn't just about function, it was about perfecting an art form. Legendary swordsmiths like Masamune pioneered revolutionary forging techniques, meticulously layering and folding steel to create blades that were astonishingly resilient, incredibly sharp, and breathtakingly beautiful. This dedication to perfection wasn't limited to one type of sword. It extended to the powerful odachi, the companion wakizashi, the discreet Tanto, and even the minimalist shirasaya mountings designed to protect these precious blades. The katana, symbol of samurai honor, and then, emerging as a true icon, came the katana. Globally renowned, the katana is more than just a sword. It embodies the honor, discipline, and precision of the samurai. Developed further during the Kamakura and Muromachi periods, its design was a direct response to the need for a weapon optimized for swift, decisive cuts on foot. Unlike its predecessor, the tachi, which was longer and more suited to sweeping arcs from horseback, the katana featured a beautifully curved, single-edged blade, typically shorter and lighter. This allowed for a lightning-fast draw and effective use in duels and closer engagements. Traditionally, the katana was famously paired with a shorter sword, the wakizashi, or sometimes a tanto dagger. This pairing, known as the daisho, literally, big little, became the unmistakable symbol of a samurai's status and their readiness to defend their honor. The construction of a katana was itself a sacred art, involving the intricate folding of steel thousands of times to enhance its strength and create those mesmerizing patterns on the blade. Even today, the katana remains an unparalleled icon of Japanese craftsmanship. The tachi, elegance of the mounted warrior. Now, let's journey back slightly to appreciate the tachi, the elegant precursor to the katana. The tachi holds a pivotal place in Japanese sword history. With its often more pronounced curvature and generally longer blade, this weapon was the samurai's trusted ally in mounted combat. A key distinction you'll notice is how it was worn. Unlike katanas, which are thrust through the belt edge up, the tachi was typically slung from a belt with its sharp edge facing downwards. This made it easier to draw while on horseback, ready for a powerful slashing attack. Tachi swords were often highly ornate, their intricate fittings and decorations reflecting the status and wealth of their samurai owners. While later swords might be housed in simple shirasaya for storage, tachi mountings were frequently works of art in themselves. The Tachi truly captures the blend of artistry and battlefield practicality that defined the mounted samurai warrior, an era before the katana became the dominant sidearm. Its design shares some lineage with the even larger odachi, but the tachi was a more practical and refined tool for its specific tactical role. The wakizashi, the trusted companion. No discussion of samurai armament is complete without the wakizashi, the companion sword. Shorter than the katana, typically with a blade between 12 to 24 inches, the wakizashi was designed for incredible versatility. Its more compact size made it lighter and easier to wield in confined spaces where a longer katana might be cumbersome. As we mentioned, the wakizashi and katana together formed the daisho, the mark of a samurai. But the wakizashi was more than just a backup. It served multiple crucial purposes. For desperate close-quarters combat, sometimes for ritualistic seppuku, and as a primary means of defense indoors. Samurai etiquette often dictated that longer weapons like the tachi or katana were left at the entrance of a host's home, but the wakizashi could almost always be carried. It was a constant, trusted companion, a symbol of readiness. The Tanto, versatile blade of protection and ritual. Alongside these longer blades, we find the Tanto, a small yet formidable dagger. Originating in Japan's Heian period, the Tanto was designed as a piercing weapon, perfectly suited for the brutal realities of close-quarters combat. With a blade typically under 12 inches, it was highly maneuverable and incredibly effective in tight skirmishes. Its compact design made the Tanto ideal for everyday carry and personal defense, often concealed. But beyond its martial utility, the Tanto played significant roles in ceremonial and ritual contexts, including the solemn act of seppuku. Often housed in richly decorated mountings, sometimes even plain shirasaya for preservation, the Tanto was both a practical tool and a canvas for artistic expression, blending function and aesthetics seamlessly. Nodashi and odachi, the great swords of the battlefield. Now, prepare to be awestruck by the giants of the Japanese sword family, the nodashi and odachi. These were monumental weapons, characterized by their extraordinary length, often well over 3 feet, sometimes much more. While the terms are often used interchangeably, both refer to these great swords or field swords. Their designs were influenced by the tachi but scaled up dramatically. These colossal blades were not for the faint of heart, requiring exceptional skill, strength, and training to wield effectively. Primarily, the nodashi and odachi were used for powerful, sweeping attacks against cavalry or to break infantry formations. Imagine the psychological impact of facing a warrior wielding such a blade. However, due to their sheer size, they were impractical for typical duels or as everyday personal defense weapons. Drawing such a sword was a feat in itself. While some were battlefield tools, many of the largest surviving examples also served ceremonial purposes or as offerings to shrines, their symbolic importance in warrior culture often highlighted when carried unsheathed or in plain shirasaya. Specialized blades. The yoroi-dōshi and naginata. The ingenuity of Japanese weapon design didn't stop there. Consider the yoroi-dōshi, literally, armor piercer. This specialized short blade, often resembling a tanto in size, was crafted with a much thicker spine and a reinforced point. Its sole purpose? To penetrate the tough samurai armor in close combat, where longer slashing weapons might be ineffective. Carried as a sidearm, it was a vital tool for grappling and desperate engagements. And we can't forget polearms. The naginata, with its curved blade mounted on a long shaft, was a symbol of martial refinement, excelling in mid-range battles where reach was paramount. Yu wu shi dao de jin ju li gong ji bu tong. Zhong cheng yun shu jin xing en sao zan ji he si ji. Yu xiao de zhong dui shou bao kai zai yuan chu. Interestingly, its use wasn't confined to male samurai. It was famously wielded by warrior monks and even women of the bushi class for self-defense, a testament to its effectiveness and the dedication required to master it. More than steel. Swords in samurai culture and ceremony. It's crucial to understand that Japanese swords, especially the katana, were far more than just tools of war. They held immense spiritual and cultural significance. The katana was revered as a symbol of a samurai's honor, their loyalty, their very identity, an extension of their soul. In traditional rituals, swords were meticulously cared for, cleaned with reverence, and often displayed in simple, protective shirasaya mounts when not in active use. This reflected a deep respect for the blade and the spirit of its creation. The daisho pairing, as we've seen, was a clear indicator of a samurai's social standing. And in the most solemn rites, such as seppuku, a tanto or wakizashi played a pivotal role, embodying the samurai's ultimate commitment to their code of honor. These blades were integral to a samurai's life, from the battlefield to the most personal ceremonies. The art of the sword. Techniques and legacy. The art of wielding these swords, Japanese swordsmanship, evolved into a rich tapestry of traditions, demanding meticulous precision and profound discipline. Different schools taught various techniques, emphasizing fluid, controlled movements that leveraged the unique geometry of each blade. Samurai relied on specific stances and footwork, mastering strikes, parries, and counterattacks. This wasn't just about fighting, it was a mental and spiritual discipline. Over time, as Japan moved away from feudal warfare, the role of these magnificent swords transitioned. From indispensable battlefield weapons, they became revered works of art, treasured cultural artifacts, and symbols of a rich heritage. Today, katana, tachi, wakizashi, and others are admired in museums and private collections worldwide. The terms from the Japanese sword glossary, once purely practical, now often describe artistic features and historical provenance. The dedication to preserving this legacy is profound. Master swordsmiths in modern Japan continue to uphold ancient traditions, employing centuries-old techniques in forging and polishing these incredible blades. Organizations and artisans work tirelessly to educate, curate knowledge, and craft protective shirasaya, ensuring that the spirit and skill of Japanese swordsmithing endure for generations to come. The timeless legacy. Japanese swords, from the mighty odachi to the elegant katana and the discreet tanto, represent an extraordinary fusion of artistry, tradition, and deadly functionality. Their enduring appeal lies not just in their lethal beauty or historical importance, but in the stories they tell of a warrior culture that valued honor, skill, and an unyielding pursuit of perfection. Thank you for joining us at NIMOFAN Katana on this journey through the world of Japanese swords. We hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for these timeless masterpieces. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more samurai culture and craftsmanship insights. Until next time, stay sharp.